Folks, with Letitia James threatening to confiscate Trump's properties over the $300 or $400 million that they say that he owes them. Most likely he will have to put up the money, or he will have to put up like an surety bond that he can cover the cost, prove he can cover the cost of the bond, full amount. One way or another, they're going to do it because they're going to appeal this, and it is almost a guarantee that it will be thrown out in the appeals court. That's what I have to believe. I've listened to Jonathan Turley, Alan Dershowitz, several of the legal scholars that are out there that are weighing in on this, and we've even got folks over here on Fox weighing in on it today. It does look like that most of these cases against Trump will fall by the wayside in appeals court, but in the meantime, we got to deal with the fact that they're trying to financially ruin the man, and as soon as this case is over, they're going to throw the Stormy Daniels case at him again. More money. That's what it's all about, folks, trying to discourage him from becoming our next president by threatening his worth, his net worth, not just his net worth, but the Trump name and his ability to make money in at least one state so far. It's a mess, it's sickening, but everybody is under the same consensus that this judge is crazy. Ingaron, Letitia James is, she's a little bit demented herself, a little bit of an evil human being, if not a lot of an evil human being. And it's starting to show that not just Letitia James, but all these other DAs, Fannie Willis types, Alvin Bragg, they're all starting to get exposed for who they really are. People are starting to dig into what is really going on with the financial situation, considering that I'm sure Anthony Blinken and Joe Biden in the White House decided they were going to help these crooked George Soros-funded district attorneys go after Trump. I'm sure it was a totally coordinated plan. That's what we're finding out slowly but surely. All this stuff happened in coordination to try to smear Trump at the least. If nothing else, just to try to run Trump through the mud and try to discourage him. But it's not going to work, folks. We're not going to be discouraged. We're going to keep voting for Trump. We'll vote for Trump if he's in jail. And that's the fact of the matter. That's what I have to believe. And they're going to try to throw him in jail as well as bankrupt him and continue to lie, cheat, and steal and discredit him while they do things like throw people in jail for telling the truth about Hunter Biden and Joe Biden. I'm talking about that other, talking about the guy, Mr. Smirnoff. I'll bring you a story on that probably tomorrow when I find a little bit more out about it. But it's a pretty crazy deal. But don't let me get off topic here. Let's go ahead and jump into this video. I'm glad to see that this is being exposed, just how unfairly our president, I'm talking about Trump, is being treated. And I just thought that's why I need to bring y'all this video today.
Than Donald Trump and his behavior.
Charles, do you think business people in New York agree?
Oh no, they have to be afraid, and a lot of them aren't going to actually come out and say anything. But we're going to see.
They don't want to get targeted.
Exactly. If you can, anyone who's thinking in their right mind has to understand. You may be in favor. The government in power may like you now, but if they can do this to someone they don't like, eventually they can do it to you as well. And so I don't see a whole lot of business folks out there cheering this. You were talking about a victimless crime, banks that voluntarily did business with President Trump. Banks who would do more business with former President Trump. And so they find an ordinance or a law that has never been used ever before in anyone else. You can't say it's not targeting. And again, following the report just now from Brian Eunice, I mean, think about this. We're in a city where that's already $1 trillion has left the city in business. Where commercial real estate is at 52% occupancy. We've got one bank, New York Community Bank, that stock is down over 50% this year in the last few weeks because there's so much concern over, these buildings being empty, these office buildings, and how many can we quickly convert to apartments and things like that. It's an awful business environment to begin with. Charles, this has made it even more unpleasant.
Just a comment and then a question for you. I heard her soundbite a lot when she says Donald Trump and his behavior.
Yeah.
Okay, she didn't say his actions or the decisions he made as a businessman. She said his behavior. We know that Democrats hate Trump for his behavior.
Right.
They've made it clear. I thought it was an interesting choice of words from her. Secondly,
because the judge made a similar comment in this, right? He says, speaking of President Trump, they did not rob a bank at gunpoint. Donald Trump is not Bernie Madoff, yet defendants are incapable of admitting the error of their ways. It feels like the whole plan was to make President Trump bow, to humble him, to take away his swag, to remove the veneer of the anti-establishment veneer, to break him down. That's what they're looking for, like they're going for more than anything else. And it keeps backfiring. And every time it backfires, someone sees themselves in President Trump. Like, okay, there's all these cases out there. Maybe some are good, some aren't. But the bottom line is it feels like when you get something like this and you hear the commentary, they feel like that's me. The system is trying to bring me to my knees, and I don't have the wherewithal, but I have a person who's out there fighting for me. And I just think there's so many things, legitimate things out there that can be pursued, but there are so many, 92 indictments, right? It's such overkill. And then the sort of after victory laps afterwards is like, we're going to beat this guy down. I don't know.
Or like in the E. Jean Carroll case where her and her team are basically like, we're going to go shopping.
Yeah,
actually, they try to take that back. But they said it and they meant, remember, they were laughing.
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of businesses are laughing now.
It's a tough thing, And again, New York City is the brokest city in America with respect to the burdens out there. The average taxpayer burden is $61,000 in the city. They're offering cards to illegal immigrants, $10,000 credit cards. They're meeting people at the bus stations, greeting them. It's just a city that feels like it has its priorities wrong. And the problem here is that I watch Europe a lot as an economic cautionary tale. And because I don't want America to go down the same path, particularly Germany. And we are going down that path of uncontrolled borders, of personal vendettas, of regulations, too many rules. I mean, it's just, and we've been gifted so many different things, right? And we're giving that up, voluntarily giving it up for really pettiness. And it's scary.
Something we shall watch.
Joseph Stalin said, "Show me the man, and I'll show you the crime." Meaning all you got to do is single somebody out, and we can find a way to throw something at them. Some kind of crime. We can make up a crime and make it stick. That's what they've been doing to Trump since day one with the Russia hoax that is now morphed into a total of 91 legal battles, court cases, charges, indictments over stupid stuff. I'm talking Stormy Daniels, ridiculous. Documents, ridiculous. Evaluation of his properties, ridiculous. Thinking he's an insurrectionist, ridiculous. Charging him with being concerned about elections while he's a sitting president, super ridiculous. All 5 of these situations, I believe, will fall apart in the appeals court. Hoping that we have a decent judges in the appeals process. You would think a normal judge in almost all these cases would have to say, wait a minute, this is just Orange Man bad, Trump derangement syndrome, stage 4. And that's about all it is, other than a whole lot of headache for Team Trump. That's all I've got for you folks. Charles Payne, he delivered, that was pretty brutal. He delivered the truth. I love it. Like, subscribe, and share to Vote of Patriots. Everybody have a great day. Over and out.